Mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. Well, the talking is all over. Welcome to Chris Eubank Jr. versus George Groves, or George Groves versus Chris Eubank Jr. for the unification bout. Chris Eubank Jr., the IBO super middleweight champion of the world, and the WBA super middleweight champion of the world. George Groves fighting a unification match to get into the final of the World Super 8 tournament. So, who are you picking for tonight's fight? And of course, thank you for watching. We are listening in. We appreciate you. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And also like and tell us where you're from, where you're listening to, where you're listening from, and who you're picking for the big fight. Get those predictions out and why you think your man will win, whether it be Chris Eubank Jr. or Groves. Will speed be a matter? Will stamina be a problem? What is Chris Eubank's chin like against a real big puncher? What is George Groves' stamina like? What's Eubank like to the body? Does Eubank punch hard enough to stop George Groves? All these questions. People say that George Groves looked tight at the weight, but he's always looked tight at the weight. People look at the definition of Groves and say, well, Groves, his body doesn't look the same that he did when he was with Froch. But that was a few years ago, you know? So they're saying he hasn't trained as well. I don't think so. I think he's with Shane McGuigan. I think Shane McGuigan's probably got him with less bulk. Here we go now. George Groves, Chris Eubank Jr., the semi-finals. Just waiting for each man to come to the ring now. Too hard to call this fight. Picking Eubank to win second half on points. Great. Eubank to come of age. I'm going with Groves, the more experienced fighter. At the moment, I'll go with Groves. I'm going to go with experience. Been there, done it, proven he can do it. Eubank at the highest level against Saunders didn't win. So this is a second chance to prove that he can be a world-class fighter. The guys he's fought so far, none of those guys that he's beaten that you're going to turn around and say afterwards, yeah, that guy was a class fighter. Arthur Abraham was probably the only one that he beat Chris Eubank Jr. But at the end of the day, that was a very old Arthur Abraham. Very old Arthur Abraham, who just looked like he was just there for a payday. Fieldrim, again, nobody knows how good Fieldrim was. And I'm not knocking the caliber. Again, when you look at George Groves, who was his best win? What's his signature win, George Groves? You could say James DeGale, but I don't think he beat James DeGale. I thought it was a very close fight. Signature loss, it would be. They both have signature losses in their career. Chris Eubank Jr., his signature loss is against Billy Joe Saunders. And for George Groves, his signature loss really would be against Carl Froch. If Badu Jack now goes on and beats Adonis Stevenson, the more Badu Jack does in his career, the more successful Badu Jack does, and then George loses on split decision to him, it looks even better still. So I think it's fantastic. It's a fantastic matchup. And the first man coming out to the ring with the British flag draped over his back is Chris Eubank Jr. Focused as ever. Eubank making his way to the ring. Stone cold. They call him a stone cold killer almost. I don't like using those words, but that's what they call him. So he's coming to the ring now. Fierce. All about the business. It's going to be interesting tonight what happens when Groves hits Eubank with a first hard right hand. Whether he backs up or he keeps coming. For me, I said strategy for Groves has got to use the jab. He's going to keep Eubank long. He's got to constantly be giving Eubank angles. He can't stand right in front of Eubank. And when Eubank gets close, tie him up inside, you know, and see the body. We also heard about how great Eubank's chin is. How good does he take a body shot? Could he have taken what Jamie Cox took? Good question. Can he take the power of a genuinely big, strong super middleweight? The other thing I want to see is the size difference on the night. We'll see that when they stand face to face, how big George Groves actually will be on the night. As Eubank's about to make the steps up into the ring, is Eubank Jr. a sacrificial lamb at this point in time? Is he really the goods? Are we looking at the best super middleweight in the world? Or are we looking at a guy who looks the goods, who's Insta famous, and really, because of his father, he's where he is today? Is it that? Or are we looking at a genuine article? By the end of this fight, we're going to know for sure. Now, making his entrance to the ring now, the Saint, George Groves. I've got to say, I love George Groves' entrances. He's got one of the best ring walks in world boxing, one of the funniest ring walks in world boxing, but I like Groves. When he comes to the ring as well, he walks the ring like a man with purpose. Well, he has walked the ring like a man with purpose. So I'm looking forward to the Groves ring walk. No red bus. Thank you so much, Cantona, turning the volume down for the fight. I hope I do a good job tonight and don't get too carried away. George Groves, how good is George Groves? He's the WBA champion of the world. He's the more experienced fighter. He's the man who's between the two guys, he's the proven guy at elite level. Even if he's lost, he still fought at elite level. He's fought the best guys. Eubank's been beaten by a middleweight. Now, the WBA super champion. I was a bit confused whether he was the regular or the super champion. Well, he is actually the super champion, I think. Well, that's what it says. Well, yeah. So, he's looking around. Yeah, there'll be no red bus tonight, I don't think. But he's been on the big stage so many times, George Groves. You know, he's fought Carl Froch. He's fought Badou Jack. He's fought James DeGale. He's fought Paul Smith, if you want to class Paul Smith as, you know, he's fought the big names, Glenn Johnson. He's got off the deck and won fights. Kenny Anderson. Let's remember that fight. He's been in a fight with Kenny Anderson where he was steamed up and angry and almost got knocked out in the process. So he's had all these experiences, even getting knocked out by Carl Froch in a super fight at the time. All these things are big experience for George Groves, things that Eubank has never had to face in his career so far. Never been in a situation where he's got a guy that's hitting him and hurting him with every punch. Here comes that bad man walk. That bad man walk, George Groves. I love that walk. I don't know if I can hear the music for Groves coming to the ring. I don't want to turn the volume up, but here comes George Groves. I do love that entrance. George Groves marching to the ring. Head down, George Groves, walking to the ring. Business. The Saint. Something about this ring walk with George is different though, automatically. When he came to the ring with Froch, there was a different ring walk. Everyone else, he's very much this one. He spent a lot of time looking down at the ground. I've seen George coming to the ring with a cap on his head. This is real business with George now. He's got his head down. People say that he looks shook. I don't think he's shook. Why would he be shook? George, arm in the air raised. Are we looking at the best super middleweight in the world? Is George Groves the best super middleweight in the world? You know, for the bookies, when this tournament started, a lot of people put George Groves down as favourite. Now he's come up against a guy that looks a bit tasty. People said, no, he's not so favourite no more. It's all Chris Eubank Jr. But who has Chris Eubank Jr. beaten for people to have such confidence in Chris Eubank Jr.? Senior's done a lot of talking. A lot of talking. You know, and Eubank's done a lot of fighting, but at lower level. This is Eubank's biggest fight, bar none. Is this George Groves' biggest fight? In terms of the tournament, yes, it's his biggest fight. But and the magnitude, well, that's arguable. You know, do you have this, or do you have the fight against Carl Froch? Which is the bigger fight? You mean the amount of attraction that fight got? People from all around the world came to see that fight. I don't know, but it sold out Wembley. So I don't know. You tell me. What do you think's the fight? What fight do you think means more for Groves? Now, shout out to Taran Fraser. Giving you a shout out there, my friend. Eubank will not get dropped. Well, I think if body shots come in, Eubank dancing around the ring. I think if body shots get thrown in, there's every chance he could get doubled over with a body shot, Chris Eubank Jr. Remember, this is the hardest time he's ever going to get hit in his career. You don't know. Nobody knows how Eubank's going to respond when he gets hit hard on the chin by Groves. Nobody knows. Is he going to back up? Is he going to put out as many punches? Is he not going to want to get into the trenches? Is he going to steam forward more? Is he going to have a red mist? Nobody knows. Tell me a fight that you've seen Chris Eubank being hurt in. Tell me a fight where you said, apart from the BJJ Swords fight, it was nip and tuck. After the second half of the fight where he started fighting, you tell me a fight where you think Junior's been in with a guy genuinely you think that could knock him out. This is the first time he's in the ring with a guy who can genuinely knock him out, punch power wise. And tactics, corner work. Is Eubank Jr. going to listen to his corner tonight, or is he going to turn around on the biggest stage of his career, going to turn around and tell his cornerman to shut up? Now, did he tell his cornerman to shut up because at the time the nerves were getting to him? Or did he feel he had it under control? Experience. The pressure's on again. The last time they were in a situation like this, in the biggest fight of their career, was Billy Joe Saunders. We all know what happened there. Eubank says he'll start faster, but does starting faster mean that you'll end your fight in a big fight against a guy who may be able to control you with a jab? Billy Joe Saunders was able to control Eubank for most of the fight with the jab, a southpaw. I'm having to flip between things, guys, so bear with me. You see, everyone's talking about George Groves looking good. I wasn't concerned about that at all. So he's rehydrated as I expected. And I expect George tonight, I don't know, but I expect him to be around the cruiserweight limit tonight. Eubank Jr., I expect him to remain at the super middleweight division. I don't think he's going to go up to light heavy. Because you remember, Eubank's eating or training his way into the super middleweight division. The tactics for this fight. Can Eubank fight to strategy? Or is he really training himself, as he's been saying? I don't know how much of that is true or not. But if he truly has been training himself, why has he got Ronnie Davis and other guys in the corner? I don't know. I would like to have cornered maybe Ronnie Davis and the other guy in the corner and cornered him, say, hey, listen, is he really training himself? Shout out to my man, Mr. Demianti, who is on the ring announcer tonight. He is making a name for himself in boxing. Okay, I think it's time to announce the two boxers now. Okay. We're announcing first Chris Eubank Jr. The stats: 26. What the hell? 27 fights, 26 wins, 20 KOs, 167.6 pounds, 76 kilograms, 5'11", 180 centimeters. It would be nice if they kind of had the reach. Chris Eubank Jr. Another thing is, I keep saying, is Eubank a bully? What I mean by bully is you see a lot of videos of him beating people up, very spiteful. You know, he has got what it takes mentally. He's got that ruthlessness to be a world-class fighter. Is he a world-class fighter? I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see if he is a world-class fighter or not. Bear with me a second. Oh my good Lord. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. I can't believe what is going on here. And we're back. Apologies for that. There were some issues we were having with our sound, but we're okay now. So it looks like the first round was to George Groves. Now we're out for round 2. George Groves takes center of the ring. His left hand is down dangerously low, Groves. Groves looks like he's waiting for Eubank to come in. Eubank standing right in front of Groves. It looks to me that Groves he's got his left hand out down low. I think it's to make Eubank want to come in to drop the right hand over the top of Eubank's low left hand itself. They both got low left hands. Eubank's has got his thumb slightly up, further up. Eubank points out the jab. George Groves up, wide stance of his right hand over the top from Groves. Eubank backs up. I said defensively, Eubank is not great if you back him to the ropes. And Groves has got Eubank to ropes, and Eubank grabs and holds on to Groves. Groves, again, wide stance. Groves tries a right hand, just misses Eubank's chin there as Eubank dipped. How Eubank fights going backwards, I'm unsure. But the way Eubank's coming forward at the moment, he's dipping his head and coming forward. He is an open target to a straight right hand being dropped as Eubank comes in. He has to be careful. Oh, good left hook there. Oh, look like from Groves there. Eubank is open. Left hook inside there. Eubank looks very open. Right, left from Groves there. Eubank is open when he comes forward. George Groves has to keep Eubank on the back foot. I'm surprised Groves is actually standing his ground, not wasting a lot. Eubank's good head movement makes George miss there as he throws 2 punches. Now Eubank coming forward, right hand again from George. It's like George is waiting for Eubank to come in. And as he comes in, George is looking to drop that right hand. And again, another right hand. And here comes Eubank trying to bundle his way forward. And Groves holding Eubank. Eubank trying to come forward. And Groves tying him up on the inside. It looks like Eubank's trying to put his head down and just wing punches forward, coming forward. There's no real setup from Eubank in why he's trying to throw his punches. He's just trying to bundle his head forward and wing punches. There's no finesse in what Eubank's doing. Like I said before, I don't think Eubank is a boxer. I've said before, I think he's more of a brawler, slugger. Groves is the more technically sound boxer. Throws more technically correct punches. Sets it up more correctly. Eubank is very unorthodox. And defensively, I've said it before, irresponsible. End of the round. Eubank looks at Groves. But to me, it's a Groves round. Very irresponsible from Chris Eubank Jr. in terms of his defense. You would have thought by now he would have tightened and worked on things like that, but alas. I'm telling you, the way Eubank is fighting, if George can time him, like I was saying in the build-up, if George can time him, feint him, let Eubank come on, he'll walk onto a right hand. Did that punch drop Eubank or not? I'm not sure. There's like a left hand where he dipped his legs. I don't know if he dipped his legs voluntarily or involuntary. But he's really got to be careful the way Eubank is walking in like that. Jab from Groves. Eubank throws a double jab, but it drops short. Right hand from Groves. In terms of hand speed, at the moment, Groves is landing regularly. Nice jab from Groves. Trying to look for that right hand over the top. Good left hook to the body from Eubank. And Groves is against the ropes. And here comes Eubank coming forward. And Groves, for a minute, looked disjointed. And Eubank trying to cuff and hit Groves. Groves, he's okay. He's all right. Bit disorientated there, Groves. Look disorganized more like, but he's all right. Stance is solid. He's all right. Like I said, Eubank looks like he's just going to dip his head forward and just wing punches in when Groves is against the ropes. That's what looks the strategy from Eubank. Duck your head forward, bull in the China shop mentality, and as soon as I get you to ropes, I'm going to wing punches at you in the hope that I catch you on the chin. That's what Eubank is doing at the moment. Groves, you can see there's a game plan. He's behind the jab, and he's looking to drop the right hand as Eubank comes in, or he pulls out from punches. He's looking to drop the right hand. Very simple, the 1-2. Can Eubank make adjustments on the fly? This is what is good right hand there. As Groves was pulling back, Eubank landed the right hand. A better round for Eubank this round. Only because George has allowed him to come forward in the way he did. It was reckless, I said, by what Eubank did. Good left jab, right hand there from Groves. Eubank just pulled his chin out of the way in time. Nice jab from Groves again. The one thing I don't like about Groves, he's got that left hand low, like he did against Froch. And maybe not in the first 4 or 5 rounds, it won't be a problem. I'm worried about rounds 8, 9, and 10. If Eubank is still there, that left hand's going to drop in lower. Groves drops the rope, back to the ropes. That's the one thing Groves cannot do against Eubank, which he's doing well. He's tying Eubank up when he gets his back against the ropes. That's what he's got to do. Back again, George on the jab. The one thing when you've got a wide stance like Groves has, it stops you from maneuvering quickly when you've got a wide stance because you're setting your feet to plant and land big shots. So it's harder for you to get out of the way of punches. End of the round, Eubank looks at Groves. But Groves is not having any of it. Eubank is cut and badly cut over the left eye. It looks the left eye. It's pouring with blood. So now this is a new experience for Eubank. Cut in a fight. So he has problems tonight, Mr. Eubank. He's cut. Grazing shots. The question was asked yesterday of me whether George Groves had the type of skin that would be a problem in terms of getting cut. It's Eubank who's got the cut. Groves is a very slashing puncher. You see when Eubank comes in, he's dropping that right hand in a very slashing sense. Here's Eubank now. He's got Groves against ropes. I thought he was hurt. He wasn't hurt. He was just off balance. Let's see now. Groves got his arm tangled inside the ropes as he was trying to land with his back against the ropes. Groves is dangerous with his back against the ropes as well. He needs to be careful. When you, like what Groves is doing now, he's got his legs wide apart and you drop like the way Groves is doing. He's actually conceding height as well when he does that. But he's doing some good work here, Groves, in terms of when Eubank comes close, he's tying him up, which is good. Now Eubank's got to worry about a cut and George Groves. Another right hand grazes over the back of Eubank's head. Eubank trying to work on the inside as Groves ties him up. The referee's not allowing that. He breaks him up and away they go again. So it looks like Eubank is more effective or is effective when he is close to George Groves in a clinch or when his back is against the ropes. Eubank seems to be more successful. But from distance, mid to long range, I think Groves has got this from mid to long range. So Eubank has got to find a way of quickening his feet, closing range down, and not allowing Groves to get into any sort of rhythm with the jab. Good right hand over top from Groves again. See Groves and the uppercut as well from Groves, who's backwards against the ropes when he did it. And now Eubank is holding with one hand, one arm, and trying to throw the right hand to the other. Groves wise to it. So Groves has got a strategy, like I said before. Eubank comes in, he feints him. Eubank comes in, Groves drops the right hand over the top. So he just drops the hand lower, so Eubank will come in. So it's a like a tease. You can come in if you can, if you want to, if you fancy it, come in, and then I'm going to bang a right hand over the top. That'll stop you charging forward. It's a deterrent, that right hand. Less of an attacking weapon, more of a defensive weapon for George Groves to stop Eubank charging forward. Eubank's just waiting for Groves to go against the ropes, walk to the ropes, and then charge him. That's what Eubank's there. You watch Eubank as he goes around the ring. Here goes Eubank trying to charge Groves against the ropes. Groves fighting well off the ropes. With his back against the ropes, he lands some good shots and walking away from the referee and then resetting. Oh, good right hand there from Eubank. Groves tucking up and then lands a nice little shot of his own when he's backing up against ropes. Again, I said it to you guys, that Groves is good when his back is against the ropes. He's landing the cleaner shots when his back is against the ropes. Groves is landing the more cleaner shots at distance. Eubank's work, a lot of Eubank's work is waiting for Groves to walk himself back to the ropes or against the ropes. Then Eubank feels confident to jump on Groves and make attacks. It's the end of the round, by the way. Eubank, I've said it before, and I'll say it to you again, and I'll keep on saying it. He's not a boxer. He's a brawler. And those tactics are great against guys who can't box or of limited. See, he even tried the uppercut there. And again, Groves was wise to it, tucked up nicely, waited. At the moment, he sees that Groves is seeing all of Eubank's attacks. And the thing is, when you're really looking to load up with all big shots, power shots all the time, take a guy with one big shot, thing is, you lose. There's a little bit of speed there that you're losing at. Instead of letting the punches go, you see, all that stuff you see he did on the pads, how much of it are you seeing now in the fight? You're not. Where's all them 20-punch combinations? They're not there now. But what we saw at the workout, left hook there from Eubank, trying to jump in with a left hook there. And then Groves is just waiting for him. He's looking to counter on Eubank. As Eubank attacks, Groves is looking to attack again. Groves turned the situation. Eubank was on the attack. Groves turned it. And now Eubank was backwards against ropes for a second. They're both in the center ring again. If they're hoping Groves is going to tire in this fight, the Eubank team, good little combination from Groves there. If they're hoping that Groves is going to tire in this fight, if they want him to tire, they're going to have to set a higher pace at the moment because Groves is doing everything more or less at his own pace. So I see now Eubank's going to uppercut through the middle for Eubank. Groves is wise to it, saw it. Eubank's launching shots from way out. Trying to wing in leaping left hooks or wild right hands over the top. Groves is more, like I said, at the workout. Everything Groves is doing, you could see on the pads is what he was doing at the public workout. The jab, the right hand. If George just slowed it down a little bit more and just waited for Eubank, just relax a little bit more and not be so tense, which is difficult, he could time Eubank coming in and actually make a punch, an awesome punch. Because Eubank's coming in with the momentum, Eubank leaping in, leaving himself exposed. You know, George has got a punch in between Eubank's punching. Eubank, that blood is gushing out of Eubank's. A right hand, good right hand there from Groves. A good right hand there. Eubank again was trying to attack, and Groves caught Eubank with a good shot and then hit him around the back of the head, and referee said, oi, none of that. Right hand again from Groves. He's landing that right hand more often in this round. Eubank again against the ropes. The seat now. Groves turns Eubank. I mean, referee has a word with Groves for spinning Eubank on the ropes. I mean, is this the guy that everyone's got to be scared at the moment? Is, you know, Eubank is not looking impressive at all, and Groves is boxing well. Good jab and right hand there from Groves, and Eubank now charges him on the inside, using the one arm to land punches. End of the round. Again, Eubank is most effective when he's got close onto Groves' chest. That's where he's throwing. That's where his best work is. But it's all very scrappy, brawler-like. Groves is winning, in my opinion, he's winning the battle of the jabs. For me, Groves is controlling the pace. Eubank is forcing the pace, but Groves is in control. The jab, the right hand. Look at it, 146 thrown from Groves. I think 40. Groves has landed more than Eubank. Eubank may have thrown more. It just saw a left hook there that landed flush on Groves' chin, but it was a wild left hook. And as Eubank was trying to come up with the uppercut, you see a little left hook inside there from Groves. This is round 6. Groves, to me at the moment, looks, like I said, he looks more the all-round boxer, the more polished pro. But he still needs to be careful, Groves, because Eubank is doing the same thing round after round. Here comes Eubank in this round, trying to rough Groves up against the ropes, and Groves push Eubank through the ropes, and uh-oh, what's going on here? Referee calls time, and he pulls them together. There's box on. Groves, the experienced pro there, not having any of it. As Eubank tried to rough him up against the ropes, Groves just grabbed his head and put his head through the ropes. Smart stuff there. Again, this is all mind games as well. Frustrate Eubank. Make you make mistakes. To me, it looks like Eubank is looking for one sort of bingo punch. A wild left hook to jump in, because he's not working behind the jab and working his way inside. He's leaping in. Nice jab from Groves. Misses with a right hand. Eubank tries to wing a left hook in and then ducks his head down and tries to wing punches in up close. And Groves fighting off the ropes here. He needs to get himself off the ropes. Ties up Eubank. Doesn't allow him to work that much. Walks away. Then back. Takes center of the ring again. Great strategy for here from Groves. Not allowing Eubank to do his work against the ropes. And if he does, it's not much. Groves has to keep himself off the ropes as much as possible. Right hand from Groves. The jab again. I'd like to see Groves investing more to Eubank's body, not his chin. Forget his chin. Like working body shots. And if I were Eubank, I'd stop trying to wing big shots to the head and start working Groves' body. If you're looking to time. Eubank against the ropes again, charging forward. Groves spins him again, gets himself out of the position. Again, Groves turns Eubank. Good work there from Groves. But here comes Eubank now coming forward, trying to ping big shots in. Big uppercut there from Groves. And Eubank again scrappy on the inside, trying to wing the uppercut in. You see, I can see the stuff Eubank's doing here. You can see he does that in the gym against guys who can't fight. Not being disrespectful, or guys who not, or limited ability. You can see he does that in the gym. But this is not sparring. This is a real fight. And Groves is looking by far the better boxer with a game plan. Eubank is just trying to hunt Groves down. Groves is just tying him up. His arm, got me a little headlock there. Walks away. And then goes back to the center of the ring again. Right hand there from Groves. Eubank trying to put pressure on Groves here. And Groves is fighting very well off the back foot with his back against ropes. As I said, he would do in this fight. Groves is controlling the fight for me. Eubank, the only time Eubank has any success is when he rushes forward. Almost this fight is beginning to remind me of the Billy Joe Saunders fight all over again. All over again. What I like to see with a fighter, I like to see them make adjustments. At the moment, Eubank is not making adjustments. Groves is the man pushing him through the ropes or You know, maybe Groves actually is physically the stronger man in there as well. He's able to push Eubank around, and Groves is not able. Eubank's not able to manhandle Groves in the same way. But Gwiggen's done a good job with Groves tonight, to be fair. The uppercut, so far, the uppercut that Eubank's been trying to nail Groves with, he hasn't hit him yet. But hey, this could be commentator's curse, so let me keep my mouth shut. This is round 7 of Groves versus Eubank Jr. The WBA champion is boxing better for me. Can Eubank make adjustments now? This is what it's about. Good right hand there from Groves. But I don't know if he's caught Eubank completely flush yet. Eubank is pulling away from the shots quite nicely. Eubank again tries to rush forward, and Groves ties him up with the one arm. Waits for the referee to break them up, and does. You see, the other thing is, when Eubank is going forward like that, and Groves' back is against the ropes, Groves puts his head in a headlock, which means that Eubank can't see where these punches are being thrown. So it's almost like he's blinded in a sense. Eubank now charges forward again, using the one arm to work, and Groves ties him up, puts him in the headlock again, and here comes Eubank trying to charge Groves again. Groves ties him up, then spins him, and then uses 2 jabs again. This is good work from Groves. Eubank's best hope of success in this fight, to win this fight, is for Groves to be back against the ropes and for him to launch an assault. But at the moment, this is round 7. It doesn't look like it's working. So what are they going to do now? Are you going to keep winging punches from long range? Are you going to... Oh, good right hand there from Groves as Eubank just came forward, like kind of walked forward or kind of marched forward with his chin up in the air. Good right hand again. I'm telling you, Eubank can get himself knocked out here because of the way he's walking forward onto shots without any care in the world for them. But you can do that against guys who haven't got a good right hand or can't time you. But at the moment, I'm telling you, the way Eubank is rushing forward, almost Jamie Cox style, if he's not careful, he's going to get himself knocked out. Here comes Eubank now, charging forward again. And Groves has his chin on his Eubank's shoulder. And Eubank just using one arm to beat Groves' shoulder, body. Groves walks away. And then resets. Story of the fight. Groves trying to measure Eubank by having that left arm out there for distance. Eubank tries a wild left hook, and Groves has got his hand up to it, and Eubank goes through the ropes again, and Groves just lets him fall through the ropes. And Eubank says, well, come on, let's fight. And Groves is like, good right hand there. So you can see Eubank is losing his rag in there, which is good for Groves. Tyson Fury smiling in the audience there. The way this fight is going, to me, and yes, Eubank does something desperately soon, changes his tactics. This is going to be a points decision for Groves for me. Is George Groves boxing very well, or is just Eubank can't box? I've said it before. All this talk about all them punches he was throwing, that's great, but distance and timing and working behind the jab and working your way into a fight and working yourself in a position where you can land your best punches, it's not happening for Eubank at the moment. But Eubank looks like he's actually listening to his corner. Now, Groves has to be careful now. We're into round 8 in terms of tiring in this fight. But I don't know how... I've said that Eubank hasn't put that much of a hard pace at Groves. So this is round 8. If this fight begins to slow and Eubank's wild attacks, that's the only reason that I'll be concerned with Groves. Again, Groves throws a left jab and Eubank's whole body is exposed and his head. Literally no concern for defense whatsoever, Eubank Jr. He rushes in now, tries to throw left hook again. I don't know what they're telling Eubank in his corner. But it's clearly not to pay attention to his defense. As for Groves, again, he's done basically the same thing round after round. Eubank tries to charge Groves in some form of fashion. And again, trying to punch Groves in the clinch. He does land a clean one inside, but Groves takes it. Oh, right hand there from Groves. Right hand's missed, just skimming over the top of Eubank there. This is going to get nasty. This fight is going to get nasty. Eubank trying to charge him with a left hook there. Quite literally, for much of Eubank's attack is swinging from the heels. That's what he is. Literally swinging through the heels and trying to land the money shot. The shot that's going to change everything. Eubank got hooked with a good shot and he just does a sort of like shrugs his shoulders to say, yeah, that didn't hurt. Wild left hook again from Eubank. Again, Groves puts his head in Eubank's face. That's a bad sign for Eubank again because Groves is growing in confidence. The champion starts putting your head through the ropes and starts to put his head in you. Good left jab, right hand from Groves. Eubank stands and looks at Groves. Eubank hasn't got time to do all that. He's got to be on Groves. Big left hook from Eubank. Try to throw it there from way out. Here comes Groves now. Good shot from Groves. And here comes Eubank. Head down. I told you it started getting nasty. And there comes Eubank trying to pile his way forward. Yeah, it's all about will, yeah. But you've got to have some skill. And what's lacking from Junior tonight is skill. He's got the will, and Eubank just stands in front of Groves. Groves is landing the better quality punches in this fight. Eubank's punches are very wide. And when you're wide like that and not going straight, Eubank would be better advised to go straight with Groves rather than going wide. Because when you're going wide, you know, it takes a longer time to get there. The straighter punches are to get their shortest distance. Eubank is using these wild left hooks to get him to set himself up to get inside. So he'll throw a left hook to get himself inside to then try and work. But has he not understood that when he gets inside, his work is non-effective? And does he also understand that he's allowing George Groves to pick points up by landing shots clean on him? Look again. Eubank coming forward, trying a wild left hook, and Groves is there to counter. And he's smiling at Groves. But that's not all that smiling and posing in the middle of the ring. That's not winning you the fight. It's gamesmanship. It's showmanship. He gets people on their feet, but it's not winning you the fight. Can you adapt? Okay, you've tried to bully yourself. Come forward and bully. Now he's trying to bully and come forward and Groves. Trying to rush with one arm and trying to bully Groves. Groves just ties him up again. Walks away. Takes center of the ring. If you remember the Billy Joe Saunders fight, Eubank tried to do these same tactics to Billy Joe Saunders. Eubank tried the same thing where he tried to bully and rough up Billy Joe Saunders. But there's a problem tonight. Groves is probably, I say, weighing as a cruiserweight. Billy Joe Saunders and him probably were similar weight, or Saunders will maybe have been a super middleweight. Now he's dealing with a guy who might be 2 weight divisions heavier than him. So you can't just run forward against a guy who's significantly heavier than you because you're going to run into some problems. You're not shifting the guy the same way. Your punches are not having the same effect. So effectively, you could be looking at a middleweight here versus a light heavy cruiserweight. So those tactics don't work. You've got to work the man's engine. So you've got to deplete him. You've got to slow George Groves down. Right hand again from Groves. While I'm talking, not much is happening. A lot of posing, look at one another. Eubank tried to launch an attack, and again, Groves just got himself out of the corner, and now we're in the center of the ring again. Again, Eubank tries to bundle his way forward. That's it. And use the one arm and try to throw a combination on Groves. And here comes Eubank now. But Groves is just tying him up and just waiting for the referee to break them. And again, I mean, if that's scoring, then fine. If judges are scoring that, then fine. It's helpful for Eubank. Both go looking in the ring. George waiting for Eubank to come forward, looking for Eubank to throw those wild shots. And again, he comes forward with one arm, trying to throw an attack. Again, Groves now punching with Eubank on the ropes, using one arm to measure, to hold him up. And then he's got one hand on the back of his head now, stopping him from throwing the big shots. Here comes Eubank again, trying to brawl with Groves. I don't want to say, I really don't want to say this. And it's getting to the point now where it's looking like an amateur and a pro in there. I really don't want to say that. But the hope is, I think now Eubank's camp is that the will that Eubank will be doing the same thing for 12 rounds and that Groves will tire. Here comes Eubank again. A left hook on the countdown there. On the end of the bell goes. Eubank, Groves landed a nice punch at the end of the round. There's blood running into the eye of Eubank. It's running a lot into the eye. Nose is bloodied as well. Well, that's what happens when you lack you don't pay attention to defense. So at the moment, for me, who's leading? Groves is winning this fight. Like I said, it's almost boy versus man. It is that bad, actually. This is round 10. If Groves now loses his fight in the last 2 rounds and gets knocked out, you know what? It's not good. Because Groves has got this fight for me in the bag. He just needs to not get knocked out in the last 2 rounds. Now Eubank tries a leaping left hook again. The 2 punches really, Eubank's looking to throw a leaping left hook. Now he tried a right hand and Groves just skipped out the way of it. The way I look at this fight, tries a leaping left hook again. This fight is basically pot luck versus boxing skills. That's what it is. Look, pot luck. I'm swearing it's pot luck. All I need to do is just land one left hook and it's it. But Eubank now, Groves is making an adjustment. When Eubank throws the left hook, what he's doing now is using the right hand over the top of the left hook. Now they're tying up inside, and Groves is just holding and leaning on Eubank, as I said he should do in the pre-fight. The bigger man leaning on Eubank. That will tire Eubank as well. Get on his back. Sap the energy from the legs. So the man in the fight that will actually tire in the fight faster now is Eubank, not Groves, because Eubank is doing all the excessive work, missing with a lot of punches. Then he's got the cut to deal with as well. They throw some sort of shot and Eubank falls to the canvas. That's tiredness. That is one of the first signs of tiredness. And you see when you start getting tired and you keep making those mistakes. Now Eubank actually goes forward, and also at one point he's got two arms out, and he's at this point now with that blood over the eyes. Eubank is liable to get himself knocked out tonight. I'm telling you, blood is streaming around Eubank's eyes, and down goes Eubank. I think no, his eyes streaming with blood down the left-hand side. But Groves, I tell you something, the way this is going, Groves could get a stoppage here. Eubank using one arm still to fight gallantly, but I can see Groves stopping him because he's tiring. He's got the blood running down into the eye, which will make it more difficult for Eubank to see the punches coming. Here comes Eubank now charging forward like he did against Billy Joe Saunders. Trying to throw the uppercut, trying to throw all sorts of shots here. Gallantly. But now Eubank backing up against the ropes. Yeah, generally backing up now. Yeah, he's tired, Eubank. He is knackered. Everyone talking about George Groves' stamina. Eubank looks, for me, knackered. It's Hart that's got him in this now. Even the way he's coming forward, and it's even worse now, to coming forward, because before at least he had the speed. Now all that speed is gone. It's just bad. It's just now poor fundamentals. And if George Groves actually took his time now, he could actually force a stoppage here. He could stop Eubank here. Eubank is the most vulnerable I've ever seen him in his career. He's coming forward, winging shots with his chin in the air. If he times him, he can knock Eubank out here. I'm telling you, Eubank's just wild. End of the round. Groves is in complete control of the fight. Complete control. Eubank, his eye is a mess. His boxing fundamentals are terrible. I told you about the pads. The pad, all that pad work don't mean nothing. And I said at the workout, remember what I was saying to you guys at the workout? I said when George Groves was at the workout, he looked like a man who had everything together. The jab, the right hand, there was a game plan there. When I looked at Chris Eubank Jr., he just looked like a brawler, throwing all these punches, wasting all this energy. And guess how this fight is turning out now? The public workout is now showing you what the fight's about. Eubank wasting a lot of energy, doing a whole lot of stuff that's getting him nowhere. And Groves, the jab, the right hand, they're all serving him well tonight. Do you agree with what I'm saying, or do you disagree? Eubank can get stopped tonight. Okay. Here comes Eubank for round. I can't take round. It's round 8. Can't be round 8, is it? Round 8. Well, it's round 10, but round 8. Fair enough. Right hand again from Groves. Eubank still coming forward. Doubling up the jab. Is Groves tiring himself now? Eubank tries a wild right hand over the top. Groves ties him up. Referee says break. And back they go again. Groves takes center of the ring. Eubank throws the left hook. Tries the left hook. Tries to measure him with the right hand. And Groves ties him up. No, here comes Eubank again. And Groves leans on him. Referee says break. Eubank closing the range a lot faster in this round, but he's still losing that wild left hook there. Eubank just charging Groves forward. Now try to throw the uppercut there. Groves tying up. Eubank just trying to bully his way forward. There's no sort of style about what Eubank is doing here. Good right hand there from Groves. Great right hand. Super right hand. I think that one stunned Eubank there, though. But here comes Eubank coming forward, trying to throw the uppercuts and wild right hand. And here comes Groves now throwing punches back off the ropes. Eubank's team. You know what? I would really like to see Groves land some body shots, land some body shots when he's on the ropes, like what he did against Cox. See how Eubank takes body shots. Nice jab from Groves there. Another jab, and Eubank tries to charge forward, and Groves uses footwork, gets his footwork out of the way, get himself out of the way of his footwork, which I'm surprised, actually. Right hand, left hook, right hand. Groves was backing up and threw a right hand, left combination. Nice. Again, Eubank tried to throw out a right, and Groves. Eubank is closing the range this round. I don't know if it's because Groves is tiring or trying to take a round off, or he's trying to time Eubank. Here goes Groves again, trying to make space to throw shots when he's against the ropes. Eubank still charging forward. Crowd is cheering. And back to the corner goes Eubank. Blood is really bad. Really bad. It's a great right hand from Groves. Timed Eubank there. Oh, great shot. This is the 12th and final round, I believe. 12th and final round. Groves looks at it in the bag. Final round. Groves looks pretty fit for me. But here comes Eubank trying to charge forward again, as he did against Billy Joe Saunders. In fact, he looks worse than when he fought with Billy Joe Saunders. To me, he looks like Groves is going to make it through to the final. Here comes Eubank, though, trying to charge forward, trying to put the punches on Groves here. And Groves ties Eubank up, tries to work him on his... Here comes Eubank again, trying to wing shots in. And Groves ducking, diving, weaving, holding, tying, moving himself out of the way. This is a dangerous moment here for Groves here. Eubank tries to pour it on Groves. Groves ties him up again. Is Groves tiring now in the 12th round? Is the gas tank on empty now for Groves? Nice jab there. Eubank threw a shot there. And, oh, my good Lord. Has Groves done something to his shoulder? Oh, big right hand there from Eubank. Did Groves' shoulder come out or something there? It doesn't look right. Looks like his shoulder is gone, I think, Groves. Groves' shoulder looks like something's happened to his shoulder. It does look like something's happened to his shoulder, Groves. And here comes Eubank coming forward, throwing uppercut after uppercut. There's not much power on those uppercuts, but here comes Eubank trying to pile it on Groves here. Yeah, Groves' shoulders, I think, it's gone. I think his shoulder might have come out of place. But Groves is still there, hanging on. Now the heart of Groves is going to be tested now. Something happened to his shoulder. I think his shoulder's out. The referee's not said anything. One arm's down. Looks like his left arm is gone. Groves only got a right hand there. So he's having to box with just the right hand alone. And Eubank is trying to take advantage of the situation here. But Groves is ducking and diving and weaving. Talk about will. Groves has got will as well. Groves just fighting off the ropes here. How much time has he got left? One-armed Groves in the last round here. Now he's just fighting. Oh, big right hand there from Groves. And he's using one hand, which is the right hand now, to defend and attack and protect himself. And here comes big right hand there from Groves. As Eubank there's blood on the camera. Oh, this is a savage last round. But Groves has only got one arm. Big right hand from Eubank there. And Groves is ducking and diving and holding on. And Groves is still trying to... Uppercut from Groves. Great uppercut from Groves. And Eubank took that as well. What a fight. Groves' shoulder looks like it's come out. But Groves has won that fight. He's won the fight for me. There's blood on the camera screen. For me, that was a real... You know what? To me, George Groves, for me, has grown in this fight. And I'll tell you why he's grown in this fight for me. Reason number one, George Groves, for me, was put under immense pressure and he handled it well. 1, 2. George Groves, for me as well, he had a situation there where he had a gut check. In the past, I've questioned George Groves' heart. And the fight gets tough. I remember Carl Froch said he doesn't like punishment. Well, that last round there, he showed what it takes to be a champion in that last round. Eubank, he's got tremendous will, tremendous guts. But for me, fundamentals are not good enough. And there's no way you can continue to fight like that against the world's best. I don't think he won that fight. I'm sorry. No way. No way did Eubank win that fight. I said this before to you all about the workout and everything. So that's where this fight can be won and lost in terms of strategy and game plan. To me, Eubank had no game plan. Walk forward and brawl every round. But my God, that last round, Groves was fighting with one arm. So that was Eubank's round. That last round was Chris Eubank's round. Why? Because Groves' shoulder was out. I can't see how Eubank won the fight. Unless you scored it basically on aggression and coming forward all night long. Then sure, okay. But in terms of clean punches landed, it's got to be George Groves. Because Groves is far more defensively responsible than Eubank ever was in the whole fight. Lovely uppercut. They picked up 2 great shots there, George Groves, where he only had one arm. Sounds bad, but Groves threw a better uppercut and a better right hand in the whole of that fight, in that last round, than Eubank did in the whole fight. And I'm not being disrespectful to Eubank. I like Chris Eubank Jr., but that's just telling you my truth. Top commentary wasn't watching. Cheers. Thank you, Ian. Appreciate that. Well, it's only top commentary if you now find out that Eubank wins the fight. It'll be something, wouldn't it? No, both stats say that there was no knockdown, but you could argue there was a round where Eubank did get knocked down by Groves, but I'm not sure. Punches landed 117 to 92 in favor of Groves. Body punches landed. Body power landed 8 for Eubank, 12 for Groves. I'd like for Eubank, I'd love to see more body work, honestly. What he should have done, Eubank, knowing that there was a question mark about Groves' stamina, he should have worked the body more. Yeah, Groves, actually, the left arm came out when he was trying to pull away from a shot. But what heart, though. He tried to put it back into place and he couldn't. What heart, though, George Groves. Oh, my good Lord. So we can get the decision here.
We'll surely find out in the post-fight conversation just how significant that injury is.
Just waiting for the decision here, people.
Yeah, I mean, let's see what the judges say. But for me, I just thought it went horribly wrong for you. I think he got it wrong in so many ways tonight. Especially the first 6 or 7 rounds. I thought Groves was clearly winning the round. There wasn't enough punches landed for Mr. Eubank. He knew what he had to do, but he was doing it and getting up close. And Groves just didn't allow him. And I think that's to give Groves and his trainer credit because it was a clever performance. Ladies and gentlemen,
unanimous point decision, I'm saying.
12 rounds of action here in Manchester, England. We go to the judges' scorecards. Howard Foster, 117 to 112. Stephen Gray, 116 to 112. Marcus McDowell, 115 to 113.
Okay.
All 3 for your winner by unanimous decision.
George Groves.
He is now advancing to the finals of the World Boxing Super Series to compete for the Muhammad Ali Trophy.
George Groves.
He is now the IBO and WBA Super Middleweight Super Champion of the world.
Told you. There you go. There you have it, people. Groves wins. And he's posing like Eubank. And Eubank goes over to Groves and taps him in the back. Eubank goes straight across over to... Eubank puts his hands to the camera, smiles, and then claps for George Groves. Well, there you have it. George Groves beats Chris Eubank Jr. as predicted on the channel. You can't beat experience. And, you know, I linked strongly to George Groves in the end. I said, you know what? If I'm going to go, I'm going to go with Groves. Experience. Who's he beaten? Who's he been in the ring with? Do you know? Size did matter in the fight, I think. I think that size was a problem for Eubank. He wasn't able to bully forward like he has done other opponents. Groves was physically bigger and stronger than him. The right hand was a good deterrent. Didn't stop Eubank, stop Eubank from rushing forward. And when he did rush forward, he didn't quite know what to do when he was on the inside. Lack of game plan. Eubank had no game plan. So if you go back again, I go back and saying about the two public workouts, one guy was just blatantly brawling. The other guy was turning around and just boxing. So you could be Insta famous all you want. You can throw 1,000 punches on a bag, but that does not make you a great boxer. You can be as fit as you want. You can have all the will in the world. But if you technically don't have the ability, you're going to get found out. And tonight, Chris Eubank got found out. That's what it is. He's lucky he didn't get knocked out tonight. Very lucky. Let's hear what the winner's got to say for himself.
Well, I haven't diagnosed it yet, but yeah, it feels pretty sore. But I wasn't going to let anything beat me tonight. I've boxed on and won with cuts, broken jaws, everything. And here tonight was going to let any injury get me out. It was about who wanted it most, I think. And I obviously wanted it most.
Was it also about pedigree and experience in terms of the way you were able to dictate the fight at times?
Yeah, you know, of course it was. The jab was landing correctly all night. When he had successes because I did something wrong. He was strong, he was aggressive, but that wasn't enough, obviously, tonight.
Just in terms of getting the cut, I mean, Eubank Jr. was cut pretty early. When you saw that, do you think it enabled you to gain a foothold in the fight to even more of an extent? Do you think also perhaps that after that, Eubank Jr. was a little bit more wild than you'd have expected?
No, I'd already hurt him before the cut. He wasn't dabbing away in the eye, so I don't think he was obscuring his vision. He was getting more wild as the fight goes on because he's having no success. Fundamentals of boxing. So the better man won on the night tonight. Credit to Junior for getting through 12 rounds. I didn't think he would. I hurt him a hell of a lot of times. But to say credit to him, he dug it out.
And where do you place this in your career, this victory tonight?
Well, this is, you know, it's been a long time since I won in front of a big crowd. I had great support here tonight. Domestic world title fight. You know, obviously, when I've been here before, against Cold Frost, I didn't win. So it's lovely today to get that justification. Obviously, another defense of world title under my belt. And away we go next.
George Groves, many congratulations. Well done. And let's have a word now, if we can, with Chris Eubank Jr. Chris, you saw the scores, the card there. I think you felt you won it. But do you think the better man won?
I thought it was close. I thought I did enough in the later rounds to win the fight, but it was a close fight. And all credit to George. You know, this is all part of boxing. It's a new sum. If we can get a rematch, and I think it was enough of a good fight to have another one. I guess I'm out of the tournament now, but there's a man called Caleb Truax who has a super middleweight world title, beat James DeGale, so maybe me and him can step into the ring, and then I'll get that rematch with the winner of this tournament.
It appears as though George has dislocated his shoulder in the last round, the pressure you put on him. Did that pressure just come too late?
I thought I pressured him the entire fight. I was always coming forward. I was landing shots. I didn't really get hit clean. He cut me. I couldn't see out of my eye for most of the fight. But
so how much of a factor was that cut from the third round?
A cut's a cut. You know, you have to deal with it. You have to keep going. I'm a warrior. That's what I do. I fight. He's on top form. Did I underestimate a little bit? Maybe. Big, strong, tough, and you know, I think well, you said he dislocated his shoulder. I don't know if he doesn't go through to the final because of that. I don't know if that means that I go through that. But if he can get back into shape, then I think he's moving forward.
But what about George tonight? There have been words, obviously, in the build-up. What do you feel about George tonight and the boxer that he showed you that he was?
Yeah, he's got the heart of a true champion. You know, he did what he had to do. He stuck in there. You know, I was catching with a lot of shots, and he didn't give up. You know, so good credit to him. And hopefully we can get the rematch, and I'm sure the crowd wants to see another one. So we'll see what happens.
And what next? You said it would be potentially a defining defeat for the loser, but what next for you?
Like I said, there's other world titles out there. There's other fighters out there that I can challenge. I believe that, you know, I've proved tonight that I'm more than capable of fighting at world level. And you know, I'm still collection season. I'm still coming after. I'm still going for people that have the title. So You know.
A courageous performance, Chris Eubank Jr. Thank you very much. Wow.
Yep, Chris Eubank was correct. It is collection season. Yep, it's collection. The collection man came and took your belt away. He may say he's capable of fighting at world level. But let me tell you something now. You cannot get away, keep fighting like that at world level. I'm sorry. You can't. You're not going to win fights. You might fight at world level, but that doesn't mean you're going to win anything at world level. So it's collection season. What I'm going to do, I probably won't. I'll go, as it's a post-fight show, I'll be back and we'll do a post-fight show. And you guys, please hit that subscribe button now. Hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. We're trying to bang up those subscriptions. Check out the interviews we've done with Peter Fury. Check out our mini documentary of Carson Jones. Check out our interview with Bermain Stavern. Yeah, so check it all out. And check out the pre-fight. What was said before the fight. Callum Smith gets knocked out by George Groves. I've told you already. Callum Smith gets knocked out by George Groves. Callum Smith ain't stand up to them punching power. I'm telling you, Callum Smith is going to get blown away by George Groves. That's if George Groves, that's if Callum Smith gets past Jurgen Bremer. So, yeah. Why do I say Groves beats Callum Smith? Callum Smith, I don't think takes punishment very well. I don't think he's got a very good chin. And if you notice, Callum Smith avoids punches. We're going to see what he does against Jurgen Bremer. But we're going to see what he does against Jurgen Bremer. Please, don't forget, Callum Smith is the best. Well, okay, we'll see how good he is. He didn't look the best against Eric Skoglund, to be honest. You know, so we'll see. Shout out to Eric, by the way. Glad to know that you're recovering, my friend. Yeah, Caleb Truex. I'll have to get on the. I'll get on the blower to Caleb Truex and ask his opinion, what he thinks of that fight. Callum Smith is young with a simple jab, and he does throw body shots. But Callum Smith can't fight back. He cannot fight with his back against the ropes. And Groves is gonna take him apart. I'm telling you. You heard it here. So post-fight thoughts. I'll be back with post-fight thoughts. And I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Share the video. And tell your friends about BWTM Sports. All right? And let us know where you're from in the world. Listening to this live commentary. Let us know what you think of the commentary tonight. And for those of you who are Eubank fans, are you still believers? And for those of you who are George Groves fans, do you think that your man can go on and win the tournament? He was the favourite coming into the tournament. Then you tell us what you think. I'll be back with a post-fight show. See you in a moment. You're welcome, Honest Bob.